Hey everyone, what's good Cosmic Babes? It's your girl Mylu coming in with a new video for today's new moon in Capricorn. This is the last new moon for the Gregorian calendar. But I mean, if you follow Mother Nature's calendar, the new year won't start until spring, but that's a whole nother topic. So today I'm going to do a collective reading for the new moon in Capricorn and what the energy of the new moon will bring for us, what we need to know, what we need to keep an eye out for, and what we need to let go of. Essentially what to do, what not to do, anything that our spirit guides needs for us to know. And this will be a collective reading, so please know to take whatever resonates and always leave behind what does not. It's not, you know, it's not how do I say it? Yeah, don't feel like it's forced on you. Whatever is meant to be is meant to be, and you'll know it in your being. That message is for you. If it's not, you're like, huh, that doesn't resonate. That's for someone else who's tuning in today, okay? So I just wanted to touch base a little bit on what the new moon in Capricorn is all about. And let me see. Right here, I'm going to go based off of that little book in Moonology. It says what it is for. So what the new moon in Capricorn is suggesting for us is that with a solid plan and disciplined action, we can achieve whatever we set our minds to do. So keep that in mind, okay, guys? So let's go and see. First, I'm going to pull out one of these cards. This is brand new. It's the Intuition Oracle card. I literally just got it in the mail today. It was supposed to come on Tuesday, and I just got it in the mail. So let's see what this intuition is. And at the end, I'm going to read it because I like the little surprises to see if it resonated. So just 1 second, Spirit. What is our intuition in telling to tell us as a collective spirit? What is collective intuition? Okay, I'm not going to read it because I don't want us to read. We're just going to leave the picture there. Let's get one more. All right, so we got those two. I'm going to save those two. All right. So let's get the tarot cards. So I decided to see like 2 different decks. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck for just in general, what do we need to know? And then I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck to see what do we need to know in regards to our relationships. So first, let's start with what the collective needs to know in regards to their life, career, business, school, home life. Let's see, Spirit, what does the collective need to know right now in regards to their career, their businesses, their school? All right, thank you. This is going to be a mini reading, so we'll do 2. Okay. And we'll do the back of the deck. So it's good to have the back of the deck come through. And then let's do 2 of the relationship cards. So Spirit, what does the collective need to know in regards to the relationships during this new moon in Capricorn? All types of relationships, intimate, friendship ones, co-worker relationships, familiar ones. What does the collective need to know in regards to their relationship, Spirit? Okay, thank you. What does the collective need to know in regards to their relationship, Spirit? Oh, okay. Those 2 wanted to come out. So do that and that. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's start off with the tarot, and then I'll pull out some other oracles as we go. So let's starting off with your business, business, career, and education. Yes. So first we got, these 2 were first. We got heartache and loss, sacrifice, okay, and rejoice and celebration. Okay, so off the bat, with the heartache and loss and this hangman, the sacrifice card in this deck, but it's a hangman, what I'm getting is that a lot of us are feeling heartache, essentially, and loss, because the things that we have planned up until this point aren't manifesting as we expected, or they're not turning out as we had expected them to. So we're feeling really, I don't want to keep on using heartbroken, but we kind of feel like let down. Our expectations were not met, so we feel shame or guilt. Or some of us may feel like the sacrifice, like we sacrificed so much to not get that in return, like we lost a lot. And what I'm getting, because of this Three of Cups here, it says rejoice in celebration. I'm not getting that it's a bad thing at all. I know in the moment it seems bad because we didn't get what we wanted, but I remember hearing this other tarot reader who's so great. Her name is Shanetta, and I forgot her Instagram, her IG channel. I'll tag her in the bottom so you guys can check her out too. But she says, your rejection is a form of protection. So see that those sacrifices you made in order to attempt to get this, to attempt to bring into fruition this manifestation of yours, and it didn't work out as you had hoped and ended in loss, is actually a form of protection for you. Because it may have been something that you wanted, but it's not something that you really needed. And I feel like it wasn't truly what you wanted deep down, right? And that's a good thing. You should celebrate you dodged a bullet. You avoided something much worse. And that's what I'm seeing here in celebration. And what's beautiful with this new moon in Capricorn is that you need to do some deep introspection and see what do you really want, and go with that in the sense of like, I want you to feel inspired to make a vision board, to make a plan, to plan things out, but not in the grandiose sense, but make a list, break everything down into little steps so you can take actionable steps towards your goal. Because when we leave it too big, we tend to feel overwhelmed. And like, let's say for example, you wanted to become a successful business owner. You wanted to make at least what you make in your normal 9 to 5 in order to quit your job, but you couldn't. You didn't start off as strong as you had hoped. And so that left you feeling heartache and loss, but it's because you didn't take the little steps necessary and you didn't plan as accurately as you should have. You're taking big leaps rather than taking small calculated steps. And that's what I'm getting from Spirit, that they want to emphasize for you, your guides and Spirit. You need to be more calculated when you're taking these steps, okay? Let's put these right here for now. We'll read those at the end. I know they're gonna have a beautiful message for us. So know that this is not a bad thing. In the moment when it didn't work out as you had hoped, sure, it did suck. It did, because you sacrificed a lot for it. But remember, like I said, rejection is a form of protection. Keep that in mind, okay? And start thinking what you do want and apply that and plan it strategically. Be more strategic and intentional. There's this song that I love from Solange Knowles. She sings the song, she has it's like an interlude or something from an album that says, you're nothing without intention. And the lady who was saying that on her album is absolutely true. If we don't walk and speak with intention, we're nothing. We're just mindlessly on autopilot. But the more intentional we are with our lives and what we say and do and consume, we are more in control of our lives and of the outcomes. And it's not to say that you weren't in control here, but you kind of went at it. How do I say this? You went at it ill-prepared, let's just say. For example, you went camping and you didn't take a tent, you didn't take the proper equipment, and you're like suffering from it. Like, it starts raining, you're like, crap, I don't have a tent. That's just an example, probably not the best example, but that's all I could have came up with. So let's see, in regards to relationships. So we got helpless and hopeless. We've got take the lead, okay, and trust. Okay, some of you or some of us, you know, some of your relationships, you're feeling helpless and hopeless. That's what I see here. They can be intimate relationships with a partner or significant other. They could be some relationships with friends, relationships between coworkers, relationships with family that's immediate and extended, relationships with, what is it called, peers, as in school, professional relationships, or, you know, plug in what fits. But what Spirit is saying here, you need to take the first step, make the move. What this reminds me of is, for example, I'm going to give an example of mine. I had told a girlfriend of mine, I was like, man, I'm so sorry I haven't been reaching out, but I just feel like I want to be respectful because I know you're busy and you have a lot going on. And she just finished giving birth, and I just got the sensation of like, you know what? It was hard for her the first time around. And she felt so isolated. The last thing she needs is so much space away from people. Like I need to call her and check up on her and make sure she's okay, and go at least make the effort to go see her. And when I had told her that, and I apologized to her for keeping my distance, as I was just trying to be respectful of this precious moment and this intimate moment. And she's like, I'm actually really glad that you called because I have been feeling lonely. And that's essentially what I'm getting here. Like, there's moments, some relationships may have you feeling hopeless and helpless. And, you know, if it's a red flag relationship, like it's toxic as heck, please let it go. But if it's not a toxic one, and you know it just needs a little fine tuning, it needs communication, it needs honesty, respectfully, right? Respectful honesty, and it needs work on both ends. Spirit is saying, you take the lead, set the example and set the tone and set that boundary and say, hey, when you do X, Y, and Z, it makes me feel this way. I would appreciate it if you don't, because people can't read your minds. You know, some of us aren't as tuned in, and some of us aren't as empathetic to others, right? So you need to set that boundary with some people because they don't know. If you never said anything, they'll continue to do it until you say something. You set that boundary, so they'll be more mindful in the future. Now, if after you set that line there and they still continue to do those things, then you'll know that's time to cut them off, because I've already set the boundary and they disrespected me and they continue to do it. So I know then that this is not a relationship that they're willing to continue working on or nurturing. But Spirit's saying, trust, take the lead, and lead with love, and trust that Spirit has your guys's highest good in mind, right? And trust in your ability and your worthiness, right? You're gonna set the boundary, and those who love you are gonna be willing to put in the work to stick around and to have you around in your life and their life, excuse me. Okay, so like I said, guys, I'm sorry. This is gonna be a mini reading. It's just because I'm limited to time without my kids, and I wanted to stick to my schedule. So let's see what the Mama Moon wants to tell us. It's beautiful new moon in Capricorn. So like I said, guys, start your vision boards. Get into the idea, fall in love with the process of planning things and of working towards your goals. Don't just fall in love with the expectations and the rewards at the end of the goals. Fall in love with the process of manifesting those goals so it can help you stay consistent. Okay, so let's see, Spirit, what does Mama Moon want us to know during this new moon, Capricorn? Messages from the new moon in Capricorn, Spirit. 2 more, please. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, yes. Look at this here. We have, first, don't let your past hold you back with the South Node. Then we have, be bold and make the first move. Absolutely. And I'm taking this for both your relationships because of the relationship cards we drew. And I'm also taking it for your business, career, and work. You know, plug it into everyday life. That's the top, everyday life. This is your relationships. But I'm saying, like, don't let your past mistakes or the past situations or heartaches hold you back, excuse me, from trusting and trying new things, from experiencing new things, or for believing in yourself. know that we're human, we're susceptible to error, we make flaws. I mean, we have flaws and we make mistakes. So it's natural to make those mistakes, but just learn from them, learn how to pivot and maneuver through them. And with this other card goes hand in hand, be bold and make the first move. Don't get stuck in that comfort zone. Don't settle for less when you deserve so much. You deserve to have all those things you desire. But the question is, do you love enough? Do you love yourself enough? And do you feel worthy enough to actually go and get them? Yeah. That's deep. That's deep. Like, don't let your limiting beliefs hold you back from achieving all that you can achieve. Whether that be get into a new relationship, to make new friends, to network with people, or to go after career opportunities, sign up for that school. Like, let's say you want to be a chef, but you're so nervous because you've never made anything, but you just have this nudge in your heart that I want to cook, but I'm scared, I don't know if it'll be good. Or maybe you cooked a couple times and it kind of came out like crap, but you're like, I don't know why, but I have this calling. Follow it. Be bold and make the first move. Trust in yourself. Trust in the universe, right? Let's see what the back of the deck has. That energy is gaining momentum for sure. For sure. All right. And let's see what we will manifest if we go through, if we work on our relationships, if we take the lead in our relationships, if we learn to recalculate and plan accordingly without heavy expectations. Let's see what the new moon is going to manifest for us in the collective. Spirit, what is the new moon going to manifest for us if we actually follow through, Spirit? The collective going to manifest with this new moon in Capricorn, Spirit. What will the collective manifest with this new moon in Capricorn, Spirit? So yeah, guys, don't be afraid to pursue those things in you. Oh, check it out. Okay. Oh my gosh. So we got new moon in Gemini. Think it through. Absolutely. Think it through. That goes hand in hand with the planning. Think before you make a decision. Let's not be as impulsive as we once were. Let's be more strategic, like I had mentioned earlier. Think things through and see. I'm seeing, like, let's do some research. Let's do some research and study up on the topic that we're, either the business or the career or the job that you want to take on. Like, do the research, read the reviews before you purchase something or you invest in something. And then also we got here, sorry I didn't show you guys this one, the last quarter moon in Libra. Make time for self-love. Yes. And you know what, guys? Also, now that I see self-love here, some of us have a hard time. We feel helpless and hopeless within ourselves, and some of us are having a hard time to accept ourselves, right? Other than accept ourselves comes, like, we need to forgive ourselves before we can accept ourselves. And through self-acceptance, we can have self-love and self-respect. So for some of us, we need to work on our self-love and self-respect, self-forgiveness, self-acceptance. And it starts by treating ourselves like we are a friend. So we need to make time for ourselves. Make a date for yourself. Go on a date by yourself. Take yourself out. Treat yourself in that sense. And make it a day. Say, this day, Fridays is self-love day. Like, I'm going to do at least one thing or two things, whatever you can do that's affordable for you and within your not only your financial budget, but your time budget, right? Do something for you. Reward yourself. Fill into your own tank. Okay? At the back we got the full moon in Aquarius, saying be real. Yeah, look, at even behind that says step into your power. Yeah. So be real. With the new moon in Gemini there, be real and think it through. I'm getting a ringing in my ear here on the right side, but be realistic. Be real in the sense, ask yourself, what is it that you really want? Like, are you about to study a certain career, Are you about to take on a job because that's what others expect of you? Is it something that makes you happy, or will it make someone else happy? So be real and authentic to yourself. And even in relationships, like, are you in a relationship that is really true for you? Like it fulfills you, satisfies you, or you just end it because of history? So you need to be real and ask yourself those questions. Okay? Oh my gosh, and even behind that is reflect on your priorities, guys. Okay, I need to stop looking at the back. Excuse me. What else? Okay, so we also have the Earth Alchemy Oracle to see what crystals we can work with, and what plants also, because people are into plant magic. I love to talk to my plants. They're my plant babies. I have two real life, well, two human children, two kids, guys. But I also have my plant babies. Where I live, I can't have any pets. So I'm like, I'm gonna have plants, dang it. They'll be my pets. They're my plant kids. So let's see what plant spirit and our spirit guides are recommending for us to work with, and also crystals. What crystals can we work with during this new moon in Capricorn spirit? Okay. We got lilac, spirit quartz, community, healing divisions, teamwork, and freedom. Yeah. Let's get one more. Okay, what crystals and plants can we work with during this new moon in Capricorn? Let's see. Citrine and dandelion, make a wish, clearing comparison, surrender to magic. Absolutely. Absolutely. And at the back of the deck, we'll use this one. Obsidian and hellebore, shadow mirror, deep healing, understanding, and seer. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. So with the citrine here, with Make-A-Wish, citrine is a wonderful crystal to work with when you need confidence and you want to take action and you need that motivation. Also, if some of you are having a hard time pursuing certain opportunities because you're feeling like you're not capable or competent, or you're struggling to trust yourself and your abilities and capabilities, surrender to the magic. Surrender to your own magic and trust yourself. Trust yourself. Also, citrine is associated with the solar plexus chakra, so I'm strongly sensing that some of you should do meditations or work with your solar plexus chakra. Here's citrine, by the way. So you can unblock your solar plexus chakra and you can take action and feel more confident and creative in creating solutions whenever you do meet a little obstacle or challenge along the way, so you can see your goals through. The other one is lilac, spirit quartz, community, healing divisions, teamwork, and freedom. And with this one here, I'm strongly sensing that you could use lilac spirit quartz to help you with those relationships that may not be so intimate, like professional ones or ones with friends or peers, to help you fortify or re-strengthen your support team, right? To work on those relationships that you have. So that crystal is going to be beneficial for that, absolutely. And then we have obsidian and hellebore, shadow mirror, deep healing, understanding, and seer. Like for those of you who maybe your personal relationships and your professional ones are in good standing, and your intimate ones, however, the relationship between you and yourself, your me, myself, and I, is not a healthy one. You maybe have a lot of insecurities, negative self-talk, and limiting beliefs that only holds you back from achieving things. And whenever you don't achieve things, you feel heartache and loss, and you kind of feel like like you have that mentality like, see, I knew it. This is an example, okay? See, I knew it. I'm a failure. Why do I even try if all I'm gonna do is fail? I shouldn't even try. Why bother? But what Spirit's urging here with the shadow mirror, do some shadow work. Yeah, I'm sensing for sure like the deep healing. Let's work on some shadow work to help release those negative limiting beliefs that you hold on to, because you continuously let that limiting belief that someone planted in you long ago and that you hold on, that you keep it like if it's true. It's not true. You guys need to let that go. For some of you who need to make more time for self-love, for sure. So let's go ahead and read the messages from these two. Let's start off with this one here. The traumatized. Affirmation: I acknowledge that I have been traumatized, but also I am healing, y'all. So some of you have some deep healing work to do for sure. And that's what new moon in Capricorn, along with your spirit guides and spirit, wants you to know. I'm going to read it from the guidebook, what that one has to say for us. One second. Again, I just got this deck literally like an hour ago. And I was so excited to try it out. Let's see what the message is from the traumatized. Here it is. The heart of the matter. Oh, excuse me. To get well, we must know we are sick, especially in the case of trauma. Oh, trigger warning for those of you that have deep trauma or PTSD or anything, just a trigger warning, okay? A major problem is that the experiences that most affect us are all too often buried in our consciousness, or if acknowledged, are minimized in the ability to affect us now. No one wants to admit that they are not able to live up to the level of stoicism and strength that was portrayed in the idealized literature and dramatizations of the past. Human beings were most likely no better able to deal with traumas in the past than they were today. They probably became just as affected as anyone today experiencing similar experiences, but suffered in silence. Their trauma influenced behavior accepted as just who they were. They were much harder, and people did not accept anyone near the level of joy, comfort, and leisure time that is now held up for envious scrutiny every day and in every way technologically possible. The violence of the peace of everyday life in the 21st century and the daily tsunami of information, most of it is meant to frighten and control us. Would have been enough to traumatize anyone born 100 years ago. So yeah, again, the affirmation is, I acknowledge that I have been traumatized, but also that I am healing. Yeah, guys, so like I said again earlier, if you are in a relationship or you have a relationship with someone, you are your biggest priority. If they are causing you any harm and you're willing and able, please leave. Like, I can't tell you what to do, but you guys are worth you guys deserve to have peace of mind. You guys deserve to feel and be at peace. And know that usually when people are hurt, they hurt others. It's not necessarily what you did or who you are. It's a projection of what they're feeling inside. And since they never got the help, they found it easier to project their shadow self or their negative aspects onto others and hurt others. And again, Spirit is seriously making a hint, as some of us need to do some deep healing work so we don't let our past hold us back anymore. And if you have these traumas holding you down, making you feel hopeless and helpless, you need to take the lead with starting self-love for some of you, and trust in your own ability to get you out of that darkness, essentially. Okay, let's see what this one has. Sorry, that got really deep. I started feeling very heavy there. Let's see what this one has. It says 37, independent. Affirmation: I am aware of my inner dialogue and direct it by positive imagery. Let's read what this one says. 37. Yeah, for some of us, we're having a hard time the way we treat ourselves. and handle certain relationships or work or anything like that. And we need to be more mindful this upcoming year of how things make us feel and question the validity of that thing. Like, is this really necessary to keep on? Is this sustainable? And more often than not, if something's causing you so much trouble, so much harm, it's like a thorn in your finger. And when you take off that thorn, you feel a sense of relief. Excuse me. When you take it out, you're gonna feel so relieved, you know. And obviously it's not as easy. Some thorns are really hard to take out, but it's not gonna be as easy, but it's gonna be worth it, right? So here's the heart of the matter. The Independent wants you to visualize how you would like things to be, and especially to be aware of your inner dialogue about the material world and your place in it. You may have great plans, but if inside your head your thoughts are all about I can't, or I don't have enough, or I'll never, then you are adding an almost insurmountable obstacle to accomplishing your goals. You guys, stop. Okay, these cards, they're it. Already connecting to our message and everything. Okay, sorry. So I love it when spirit coincides this. Like, these came out before we even got to the message. Like, obviously some of us needed to hear this both show. So visualize what you want and then see it in your mind's eye and feel it as if you were there. Experience it all with your, senses. Also see the problems that will naturally arise when what you want becomes your reality. So you can experiment with solutions you could use at that time. Perform your visualization before you go to sleep and when you wake up. It requires practice to counter-react the self-defeating inner dialogue that has worked against you. We can attract things in our life that we focus on, both the things we desire and those things we do not want to happen. Done. Period. I know. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it's cheesy when people use... not people. It's just I feel odd when I say things like that, just because I feel like ya estoy viejita, like, you know. Ya estoy muy vieja para esos slangs, but anyways. I'm not, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so you guys heard it here. Your spirit guides, the new moon is really suggesting for us to not let those failures to not let the things that we really wanted and desired and the failures of it, not let it hold us back. Don't let it be a deterrent from still continuing to live. I'm hearing it's time to stop surviving and it's time to start thriving. Okay? Allow yourself to thrive. Allow yourself to enjoy the pleasures of life. Allow yourself to, how do I say this? Allow yourself to love yourself, to trust yourself, to believe in yourself. Allow yourself to take the risks, to bet on you. Okay? You're worthy to have peace of mind, to have the abundance. You're worthy to have prosperity. You're worthy to have healthy and strong relationships. You're worthy of all those things you desire. You just need to put in the work. Okay, guys? This is all I'm seeing for now. I know this is a mini reading, but again, like I said, I only have a short amount of time, especially during the holidays. My kiddos will be back home soon, so I need to be very, very intentional with my time. So all right, y'all, thank you so much. I hope you have happy holidays and enjoy your time with your loved ones and are surrounded by love, with respect, with laughter, and I hope you guys make beautiful new memories. And I wish you guys the best. I wish you guys deep healing. I wish you guys so much self-love and self-acceptance and forgiveness. And I wish you guys most of all the ability and the strength, the inner strength and confidence to achieve all that you set your mind to. You guys deserve it. You guys are worth success. You guys deserve success. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Bye, babes.